All right, guys, let's get into it. So first of all, Monday, government shutdown is officially over. The longest shutdown in government history is officially over. So some things that we need to look at upcoming this week. We have FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. We have unemployment rates coming out on Thursday. This actually, believe it or not, most of the time unemployment rates don't really affect the market too much. I think that unemployment rates this time will end up affecting the markets because we haven't had this news data for the past month and a half. So that's just something to keep in mind. Today we don't really have any news besides Trump speaking at around 6 p.m. Eastern time. And that's pretty much it. We were supposed to have CPI news data last week, but the government shutdown didn't give us enough time. So it looks like CPI is going to be, when did they want to schedule this? Here we go. So December 10th. Wow. Oh my, this trading day is going to be insane. Look at this. We have CPI news data, and then we have interest rate decisions. FOMC interest rate decisions, as you guys know, the past 2 times that I've traded this, I've made $400,000 or more. And we have CPI news data right an hour before market opens. Absolutely insane. So December 10th, big day to look out for. I also have money on the interest rate decisions. I think that we are going to decrease rates by 25 bips. We'll see how that goes. That's just a fun little prediction that I put on. But now going into the markets today, now this is something that I think all of us can be pretty conscious of. I'm overall bearish. Not only last time we made a weekly low, we broke structure, but we also just inversed this weekly gap. We broke structure last week. I think it's, I wouldn't say safe to say, but I think we're due for some more bearish movement. I think that ES is going to want to go down, target these lows and these lows. I think NASDAQ is, because we've already taken out these lows. We're filling in this daily gap right now. I think that we can look for us to move a little bit lower. And overall, I've been high time frame bearish on equities and all of these things for the past couple months. I feel like Michael Burry just wanting to short the market over and over and over again. Obviously, it's hard to do in a market that consistently and historically goes up and to the right for the most part, especially when we're dealing with these stocks that have just been up only for the last fucking 7 months. But we're finally starting to get some catalysts that are causing us to want to look to the downside. Now, going into today's daily bias, we have, this is the open from Sunday. We have a London session sweep of these highs right here, and we're getting a sell-off down to already Asia session lows right here. Now, I would like for us to remain bearish. We're already underneath Asia session lows. The only reason why I would like to remain bearish, even though we're sweeping out Asia session lows, I would want probably like a high time frame retrace. Maybe we get some legs up that comes through, sweeps out these 5-minute low resistance highs here. But I want to target these lows down here because looking at the chart, this is high resistance liquidity. We just came up and swept out these highs, and we're coming down to take out these lows. And realistically, like what's a better draw on liquidity for us to look at? Even though it's a little bit farther down, we have these lows right here on the S&P 500, and then these lows right here, 2 high time frame low resistance lows, 2 high time frame low resistance draws on liquidity. And then on NASDAQ, we only have these lows right here. But in my head, I think that this draw on liquidity is slightly better than us wanting to come back up and sweep up these highs, when these highs itself were a sweep of these highs that caused the liquidity sweep. So orders were already filled up here. I don't think that we're going to want to go back up and sweep out these highs to fill more orders to push down, especially because the overall high time frame bias is bearish. I think that this was the sweep required for us to move lower. So what I want is just simple sweeps of these low resistance highs on the 5 minute. Market's about to open in 1 minute. I just want to see us come up and manipulate some 5 minute highs up here. And then I'll just be looking for price to go lower on both of these indexes. We do have some 5 minute lows right here. These are really the next draws in liquidity that we can look at before, you know, targeting these hourly lows all the way down here. But yeah, I think that this month will stay closing bearish, and hopefully maybe the following month, like it's November right now. I hope this month can close bearish, and then I hope December closes like a disgustingly bearish close as well. You know, maybe just half of December we get like a big sweep down, some sort of news catalyst that causes us to go down and sweep out all these lows here, and then for us to continue on this high time frame massive uptrend that we've been on for these stocks and indexes so far. But I do think that a high time frame retrace is something that's low-key like necessary. Now, yeah, so market just opened. I'm really just looking at these stacked up highs, like all of this just trend line liquidity. Doesn't really matter which one it wants to stop at. We can look at all of these highs here. That's mainly what I'm looking for. If price comes all the way down to take out these lows, then I personally won't trade. Because we'll see, but I just don't. I want to take shorts down to these lows and down to these high time frame lows. I don't know if we can get all the way down to these high time frame lows, but it's potential. But this is a London manipulation reversal. We're looking for New York continuation, essentially. So we're continuing it right now, but I would want us to come up and sweep out some of these lower time frame highs first, and like give us like an hourly retrace maybe, because realistically I don't really see us wanting to climb up to these hourly highs to sweep them out just to push lower. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think these, like, where are we at right now? Here down to here, 15 tick move, here up to here, 74 tick move. You know, I would rather short down to these lows. It makes more sense to me. So we'll wait, we'll see what the market wants to do. And then we can move based off of that. I know a lot of people have been asking about crypto recently. I mean, we're in this, this green box for me has just been like, in my opinion, like, like the green box is green for a reason. I'm not a financial advisor, but personally, if we were to get another leg higher here on Bitcoin, right here would be the place that it would happen, in my personal opinion. Like, this movement looks exactly like this. We have, boom, we have a high, a wick above the high, big sell-off, and then rally. We have a high, a wick above the high, big sell-off. You know, we could get a rally here. That's what I see. Could be completely wrong, but personally, I think anything for Bitcoin under $100,000 or just, yeah, in my opinion, anything under $100,000 is, for me personally, I would want to take that. But to each their own. I'm not a financial advisor. No clue what this chart's going to do. I've been buying this entire move down. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see. So right now we're getting that move up, which is nice. So both these indexes are coming up. We're taking out some of these highs now, which is great. So on NASDAQ, we're getting more of an aggressive move up. We're taking out these 5-minute highs. We took out these 5-minute highs. ES, we haven't quite got above any 5-minute highs just yet. I would want to see, I mean, yeah, any sort of manipulation to the upside would be nice. But yeah, we're just going to sit here, watch and wait. As price does its thing, I think that my bias is going to play out. I do think that we're going to get the sweep of these highs. We're getting it right now. ES is above these highs. I mean, it's the most, in my opinion, it's like the obvious play for today would be sweep of these low resistance highs and then sell off to come down, take out these lows. So that's what I'm looking for. We'll wait, obviously, until optimal time frame to be entering, because obviously, you know, we're taking out this high time frame low right now, right, and we're breaking 5-minute structure to the upside. However, again, do I think that us sweeping out this high time frame low is going to cause a big enough sweep and a big enough orders to get filled for us to want to target these hourly highs? No, not really. I think that us taking out these lows is just going to cause for a 1 hour retrace. You know, maybe we fill in this hourly gap, or it's just as simple as us coming into hourly equilibrium, which we're already in. So like, we don't even have to move any higher than we already are right now on either of these. So from this hourly high down to this hourly low, ES and NASDAQ, we're pretty much already at equilibrium. Like, bet we can start the rotation down now. I don't think it's going to happen right now, but you get what I'm saying. Like, we don't have to move any higher. So yeah, we're taking out these highs, taking out these highs. And yeah, we're just going to sit, watch and wait. Good legs up here. Yeah, coming up to take out these highs would be fire on one of the indexes. That would be, I mean, shit, that's pretty high. We're already filling in this hourly gap. We just filled it on NASDAQ. I don't really need us to go any higher than this. We can, obviously. On ES, we just would have to push past these highs right here, which we just did, so awesome. The hourly gap has been filled on both ES and on NASDAQ. I mean, shit, bro. If NASDAQ wants to take out these highs, we can form a awesome bearish SMT divergence. If ES doesn't take out these highs, we're ripping right now. NASDAQ swept out these highs. ES is underneath these highs right now. I mean, shit, bro. Maybe NASDAQ wants to come all the way up and take out these hourly highs. I said that I didn't think that that was going to happen, but now here we are all the way up here, so potential now. Holy gap. What the fuck? Yeah, there's a missing candle here. Whatever. about to be 9:40 Eastern. So my eyes are on these highs right now. NASDAQ swept these out. ES hasn't. So my eyes would be on if we're going to get a bearish SMT divergence from these highs down to the highs on ES, because NASDAQ swept them out. Or if we want to push even higher to take out these hourly highs that I didn't necessarily think we were going to take out, but now we have potential to. My bias is still bearish, because we've taken out all of these low resistance draws in liquidity. I do think that these highs are they're like out of the way. There's like a big gap. See how like these highs are like smoothly stacked up? There's a bit of a gap from here to here. And it just depends on if NASDAQ wants to come up and has the orders necessary to come up and fill that. If it does, and if it does take out these highs, then yeah, NASDAQ's definitely going to take out these hourly highs. But I'm looking for this SMT divergence to happen. And I'm just looking for downside. Pay attention to this, because we could get this SMT divergence right now. We haven't formed any sort of 1 minute structure for us to like we just have up only on ES. ES would be the index that we're trying to trade on, because it's the one that's leading, not lagging on the SMT. But we don't really have any 1 minute structure yet, so I would want a low to get formed, because in order for me to even consider a trend change on ES, we would have to inverse this gap all the way down here, or break structure all the way down here. So we're gonna need like an up candle on ES. But right now we're looking good. It's 9:43. We'll see how this 5 minute candle closes. If we can close bearish on these candles, then that SMT will be confirmed. Could also get a 1 minute SMT divergence here as well. NASDAQ is above these highs. ES is underneath these right now. Okay. So we got two bearish SMT divergences. Bearish SMT from these highs up to these highs. Bearish SMT from these highs down to these highs. Low-key just waiting for 1 minute confirmation. Then I'd be willing to short. We are pretty close to these highs though, so we did take them out on NASDAQ though, so I would honestly low-key want ES to come up and take out these highs, and NASDAQ is close to these hourly highs, so it's kind of tough to say right now. Like these hourly highs are kind of like objectively better, especially where we're at right now. Like what's an easier draw, for NASDAQ to come up and grab these highs, or for NASDAQ to come all the way down here to grab these lows? It's 4 times the distance. Right now it would be for NASDAQ to come up and grab these highs. Okay, and ES just pushed above these highs, so I would want ES to grab these highs. My bias is slowly flipping bullish here. As time goes on, and as we get closer to that entry time, which is like literally 3 minutes away, and as we're not getting really any sort of like bearish confirmations. Okay, so ES just swept out these highs. NASDAQ, it looks like we're just going to come up and take out these highs here. If NASDAQ, this is kind of what I would want. Be NASDAQ to like not take out these highs, but form a high like literally right here, and then give some sort of like fake out or some sort of like break of 1 minute structure to the downside. And then the look, or what I would want to be taking, would be longs up to these highs here. I didn't think that market open would have this much of a bullish push, but it is, which is fine. Just making me readjust things. So what I would want now would be for NASDAQ to, you know, start like a move down here, maybe inverse this 1 minute gap here, come down, maybe sweep out these hourly or these 1 minute lows. ES to inverse this gap here, like we're getting. Because again, just looking at this, like I would want ES to sweep out these lows, maybe sweep out these lows, and then we can look for higher. Because I mean, we have an hourly draw on liquidity right here versus an hourly draw on liquidity right here. What realistically makes more sense for us to target these highs? If we come up and sweep out these highs, it's hard to say that I would want to be like looking for anything special at that point. Did we take out these 5 minute highs here? It looks like we did. So we took out those 5 minute highs. Maybe that like mini liquidity sweep is what we need to get a 5 minute retrace lower and some sort of manipulation down. But yeah, I mean, if we take out these highs, just like I said earlier, if we take out these highs, we're going to take out these hourly highs. Didn't expect there to be this much bullish movement. Wow. Off the open, but those stocks, man, I guess they don't go down. It's 9:50 now. So I still don't think that we're going to want to target these highs all the way up here. I do think that that is super unrealistic. I think we're definitely not going to trade up to these highs. I think if we sweep out these highs without any sort of down action beforehand, okay, so we just did that. My bias is going to have to be bearish here. I don't really see us, there's no real high time frame draws in liquidity that I would want to be looking at other than these highs up here, but these are high resistance draws in liquidity, or this is a high resistance liquidity. We want to be trading away from this, in my opinion. So again, when I started this, I said that, hey, I don't think that it's possible for us to trade up to these hourly highs. Boom. I was proved wrong. We did trade up to these hourly highs. Now, because we're above these highs, I would want to see some sort of bearish SMT divergence. We got to start seeing some bearish action here from NASDAQ off of these highs and from ES underneath these highs to start rotations down, and that's what I'm going to be looking at right now. So if we can start bearish rotations now after that high time frame sweep, that would be what I'm looking for. Focus on ES. If ES can inverse this gap, I'll take shorts. Made a new low. I don't know what this big ass gap is. Oh, that was the weekly gap that I marked out. Okay, so all I'm looking for here is just downwards movement. We have a 5-minute gap right here. New low right here. I'm looking for 1 minute downwards movement or downwards confirmation. We have this 5-minute gap right here. This right here is like a determining point. So if we can break structure to the downside here, I'll look to short, and then the determining point is going to be this 5-minute gap. So if we break structure to the downside here on the 1 minute, which I think we'll do, once we get into this gap, I can move stop to break even. Okay, so once we get into this 5-minute gap, so again, if we break structure here, then I'll short ES because it's the leading on this bearish, high time frame bearish SMT divergence. So if we close like this, I'm shorting ES, and then once we get into this 5-minute gap, I'll move stops to break even, which will probably be like somewhere around here. Because if we want to go higher, then whatever, we'll go higher and we'll react off this bullish gap and we'll push higher. But if we want to go lower, then we'll inverse this gap. And then I might even go even heavier in. So we haven't broken structure to the downside yet on either of these. I think we're going to. I honestly could go short right now. Probably wait a little bit, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. I think regardless, we're going to, if we fill this 5-minute gap, then we're going to have to wait, unfortunately. But, damn. If we get into this 5-minute gap, yeah, so on NQ, we're getting in this gap. But the nice thing is, if we inverse this gap on the 5-minute, if we inverse this gap on the 5-minute, then that's just like, sure sign. So we filled this 5-minute gap now. Okay. We have 1:50 left for us to see what we do with this 5-minute gap. If we want to bounce out of it and push higher, awesome. I don't think that's going to be the case. We're getting retraces up now. We're missing a candle here. I don't know why it's been doing that. But we filled this gap. Main focus is just, are we going to inverse this or not? See what happens. Are we going to inverse this gap? If we do, bet. I can short. It's looking good right now. NASDAQ, we're underneath it. ES, we're playing within here now. We're playing within it. So if we inverse this gap, I'll be looking to short. It's down to the wire here. We got 13 seconds left. 10, 9. How are we looking on the close? Okay. Okay, so we didn't inverse it. On NASDAQ, we did. That gives me low-key more of a reason to want to go short. Just means we'll probably get a little deeper retrace here. So NASDAQ, we inverse the gap. That's good. It means we'll probably just get a 5-minute retrace. Maybe NASDAQ will come up, sweep out these 1-minute highs. Why is ES not loading in this candle? There we go. Okay, so we just got a pretty big retrace here on ES. I wouldn't mind like shorting once we get bearish confirmation out of that. Yeah. Good retrace here on ES. Stay a little bit patient. Watch and wait. Inverse this 5-minute gap. We have the SMT divergence. I'm just watching and waiting right now. We're making a 1-minute SMT divergence from these highs up to these highs right now. So if we close bearish on ES, then we're looking good. The unfortunate, I mean, it's not really unfortunate, but NASDAQ seems to be leading and is closer to these draws. So I kind of would want to favor NASDAQ here. NASDAQ is closer to these draws. Going to go short here on NASDAQ. Target these lows as first take profit. Even though NASDAQ is the technically the lagging index on the higher time frame SMT, NASDAQ is just closer to those draws on liquidity. It's leading to the downside. And on NASDAQ, we were able to inverse the gap, so gives me a little bit more faith. I think that NASDAQ is going to want to take out these lows here, so. Okay, so I took partial profits there, moving my stop loss to break even. That puts me up $51,980 on that. Stop is at break even now on NASDAQ. So I took partial positions here. I just kind of need to readjust myself and think about what other take profits we could do. There's not really much. We're kind of in a free fall zone, so like low key, shit, bro, we could dump down to these lows here. This is like the 5-minute order block and breaker block like lined up with these 1-minute lows here, so we're looking good. This could be a big day. ES took out these lows. Take profit 2 will be here. Take profit 3 will be down here. Don't necessarily think we'll come down and hit take profit 3, but never say never. We're already in profit for the day, so that's all that matters. chipping away at that kind of ugly ugly monthly balance that we're at right now. I think that puts us only down 100K or 100 grand on the month now. We were previously down like 150K, so that win was good for me to take. I mean, I think that we'll be able to continue this trend here because we inversed this 5-minute gap, just broke structure to the downside on the 5-minute after sweeping out hourly highs. You know, I think that we can continue this lower. Look at that hourly sweep, bro. This is perfect. Again, this was high resistance liquidity for the day. I think that, you know, this is good. That was a good trading day. Good trading day. No complaints. That was super fucking locked in going into this week. I was sick as shit last week. I'm still kind of coming off of sinus infection that I had, but coming into this week ready to fire, ready to go. Everything's looking good here. We'll want to monitor this 1-minute gap here. We get a bearish close like this, and if we take out these lows here, I don't see any reason for us to not want to come down and grab these lows. That would be good. That would probably be a 6-figure day for me. Same thing here on ES. It's looking good here, bros. It's a beautiful trading day. Was locked in. Dumping. Let's go. Wow. This will be a big day. This will be a big day. Let's grab those 1-minute lows. This will be a big day. If we can get these lows, come on. Yup, come on. Let's maintain this bearish structure here, fill this gap, continue lower. See what we do off of this 1 minute gap right here. If we inverse this, then we'll probably come up to fill the 5 minute gap that we have right here. I wouldn't really want that, but that would be the case if we end up inversing this gap here. Or we fill it and then we continue lower by inversing whatever, like this 1 minute gap down here. This is the 5 minute gap on ES. So NASDAQ, we're still in that 1 minute gap. We'll see if the 1 minute inverses this gap here, then we'll probably see price come up and sweep out these highs. 4 moves lower. I just hope that, you know, on that move up, we don't get stopped out at break even. That wouldn't really be too happy. But we're still playing within this gap. If we can inverse this 1 minute gap to the downside right here, we'll probably continue this trend, take out these lows and these lows. They're stacked up. I still think that these lows are highly probable. I just hope that we don't get a retrace up to stop me out at break even before coming down to take out these stacked up lows that we have right here. So if we, or no, we would have to inverse this gap right here. Gotta see what we do off this 1 minute gap. Okay, so we haven't inversed it yet. Ah, damn. ES, we inversed it. Doesn't mean that NASDAQ's going to come all the way up here and fill this 5 minute gap. If anything, it's better that ES inversed it and NASDAQ didn't, because that probably means that ES will want to come up, sweep out these 1 minute highs to fill the 5 minute gap and then push lower. Because it's showing that NASDAQ wasn't able to inverse this, or we just go straight down from here. You know, ES inverse this gap. If we can inverse this bottom one, then we'll continue the trend lower. Same thing here on NASDAQ. Obviously, if we inverse this gap, then these lows, I think, are guaranteed. And then from there, I would be willing to move my stop loss like above these highs once we take out these lows. So, yeah, ES, we have a possibility for us to fill this 5 minute gap up here. NASDAQ is looking a little bit weaker, which just, again, makes me feel better about the position that I'm in, because I don't want to get stopped out at break even when I still am super sure of these lows getting hit eventually, sometime within the next 30 minutes, so I would like to see ES fill this 5-minute gap. Since we're in bullish order flow on ES, we have these lows that we could, you know, if we break structure to the downside here, then awesome. Can continue this move down. NASDAQ looks good. NASDAQ, we're still in bearish order flow because we haven't broken structure to the upside or inversed this 1-minute gap up yet. It would be nice to see just price dump right now. We're getting there. Let's see if ES just wants to say fuck you and break structure here. That would be fire. Nice. Come on. Break. NASDAQ looks good. I think, yeah, NASDAQ will be able to take out these lows. So let me get my shit ready so I can partial. Come on, let's break structure there on ES. Nice. Okay, we broke structure on ES to the downside. Just hope we can continue. Let's move down now. Nice. Yup. Such a strong drawn liquidity right here with this low stacked up with this low. ES, we're looking good. NASDAQ looking great. Yeah, we're gone. Take them. Let's go. We're gonna take them. Let's go get it. I'm ready to close partials. This will be big day if we can get this. Sizing up for the month of November. I've already told you guys this, but nice. Come on, smack it. Smack it. Got it. Okay, close partials there. Wow, great day. Up $119,870 now. Floating $70,000 in profit still. Good day. Good day. Man, good day. I'm locked in. Okay, so See here now, ES was unable to take out these lows. I low-key think that, or we'll have to see here what happens, but we're maintaining 1 minute structure here on NASDAQ. I still think that we could potentially come down. I mean, this to me is looking like, you know, 4 hour sweep of these highs. What are we going to do? We're going to continue this trend all the way down. Like, I could very well, I'm not going to, but I could hold this all the way down to here. I don't think that that's going to get hit today, but I could hold this till all the way down here to these lows. It's possible I might end up doing that. I think that we have the legs required. I think that that's possible. This could be a big day. I mean, it already is a big day, but I think that we can take out these as well. My break even is like so high up here. I'm in such an advantageous spot right now. If we just continue this bearish 1 minute structure, if we continue the bearish 5 minute structure, means like the invalidation point would be these highs up here. So we'll see if we break 1 minute structure to the upside here, then that will probably tell me that ES wants to come up and sweep out the highs that it left up here and maybe fill in that 5 minute gap. What will probably happen is if we get a break of 1 minute structure to the upside. So now we can look at these highs. NASDAQ, we can look at these highs. If we break structure here, what will probably happen is one of the indexes will sweep out these 5 minute highs, probably fill in this 5 minute gap. Looks like we're about to break it right here. So if and when we get this break, we have these highs that are stacked up on the indexes. We have these highs that are stacked up on the indexes. Awesome. So we broke structure to the upside. Cool. We'll probably get a retrace, sweep out of these highs, maybe fill this 5 minute gap here. And then when we get that, I'll just be looking for even more of a continuation, because now ES has this low and this low stacked up and this low stacked up. We've got 3 sets of lows for ES to target. NASDAQ, we already took out these lows, but we have these lows all the way down here for us to target on NASDAQ. So right now, what I would be expecting would be for us to sweep out these 5 minute highs up here. Sweep out these 5 minute highs, maybe sweep out these 1 minute highs up here, fill in this 5 minute gap, and then continue the downtrend. So I'm going to get rid of these take profit points because we've already used them. And since we're in 1 minute bullish market structure, it's really just as simple as monitoring the 1 minute structure. Again, just like how we've been doing, just seeing, okay, awesome. If we inverse this 1 minute gap here, we're probably going to go lower, and then we're probably going to want to take out these lows. I think that we're going to want to take out these highs first. So that's what we'll be looking at. Be looking at these highs and these highs right here that's marked out with the fair value gap. Same thing here on ES, because we broke structure to the upside. We'll be looking at these highs, and then this 5 minute gap. And then for us to break back down, it would just be to inverse this 1 minute gap to the downside. And ES could set up for ES could set up for a great short opportunity here. Like if we inverse this gap, then for me, I see obvious draws right here. Like, okay, so NASDAQ, we just inverse this gap to the downside. I would rather see it on ES because ES is leading here to the upside. But NASDAQ inverse this, so that to me is saying, okay, we're going to continue this 5 minute trend down and probably target these lows on NASDAQ. If we can inverse this gap on ES, I think ES, it's almost guaranteed that we're going to take out all 3 of these lows here. something that I would literally be willing to put money on. But I'm already up so much for the day. There's no reason to take another trade. But I mean, we're seeing it happen in real time right now. If we inverse when we inverse this gap, these 3 lows, consider them fucking gone. So gap inversed on ES. These lows I think are smoked, unless we want to push higher here. And because we're kind of stacking up low resistance liquidity here. But right now, 5-minute bearish trend is still intact. 5-minute bearish trend on ES is still intact. For all these stacked up lows, probably make a 1-minute retrace and then smack them. Okay, so let's see here. If we want to come up, what will probably happen is we'll probably end up sweeping out these highs. That's going to be like a key point, will be these 5-minute highs right here. If we break structure to the upside on the 5-minute, then that's when we'll probably have to say, all right, we could end up going a little bit higher here. This big move down that we've been trading on, you know, we capitalized off of it. Too bad, so sad. So this is kind of a key point right here. Ideally, what we do is we poke our head above these highs like we just did on NASDAQ. Ideally, we come up and sweep out these 1-minute highs, and then we just hit a smooth, swift rotation down. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so ES just came up, swept up these highs. The goal would be for us to, again, push above these highs, fill in this gap, and then, boom, just turtle head our shit just for us to go lower. And, oh, dude, beautiful. Literally can't make it look better. So that's exactly what we got right there. Now, we would want this to continue down, obviously. So what are we doing? We're doing exactly what we did before, is just looking for, because again, the 5-minute trend is still intact. We haven't broken structure to the upside yet on the 5-minute. On ES, we didn't break structure to the upside on the 5-minute. We're continuing this bearish trend right now. As long as we don't break structure, as long as we don't inverse this 5-minute gap here. So we would be looking for us to continue the 5-minute trend. And how do we know that the 5-minute trend is going to continue? By us flipping and changing order flow to the downside on the 1-minute. So we'll be looking at this inverse gap we'll be looking on NASDAQ for us to inverse this gap here. And if we get that, then I definitely think that we can, dude, we're in for a big one. I think that we can target these lows, and these lows. So let's see what happens here. We could also just get a break of structure if we form this as a low. Okay, so we form this as a low. If we get a break of structure at the downside, that would be good as well. If we break structure here, I could pull off a crazy play. I could move my stop loss on this position to above these highs, enter again, and then have the stop loss of this entry be above these highs. That would still mean if I get stopped out of both positions, I would pretty much end break even. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of what I'm thinking I'll do. We don't get it just yet. Yes, we're still in that 1 minute gap. If we break structure here on NASDAQ, that's probably what I'll end up doing, because I think that we can still go lower. Great looks right here. So clean. Bro, the way that I've been pinpointing price action today has been ridiculous. I said that we wanted to sweep out these highs, said that we wanted to fill in this 5 minute gap, target these lows. Oh my goodness, so nasty. Yes, we're taking out these lows. If we can break past these lows, I think we just fucking free fall down to here. Same thing here on ES. I think once we can break past these lows, it's just we're going to take these lows. It's just a matter of if we can get past these lows here, this barrier. It's looking good on NASDAQ, or sorry, it's looking good on ES. NASDAQ, let's see if we can just break past these lows. Nice. ES, we got underneath these lows. I think we fucking free fall if we can get like solid closures underneath here. Nice, bro. Let's go. Oh my god. Okay, ES took out these lows. Now, because this is the bearish SMT divergence, ES is technically the leading index. For us to complete this SMT, it would mean that ES has to take out these lows. If that's the case, then yeah, we're going to go lower. And I think we are. I think we are. I think we're just going to go. I think this is like that move down. I think that was the catalyst. I think we can dump. I think we can dump down here as long as we aren't whatever trying to get. As long as we can break out of this little consolidation that we were just in, that we were playing around in, then yeah, I think we can go. NASDAQ, we got to get lower here. But yes, yeah, these lows would be the completion of the SMT divergence, and that would be like the completion of the move. I would like for us to not stay within this 5-minute consolidation. I would like for us to get out of this. Us taking these lows was the first step. Us like actually, you know, we got the breakdown. We're retesting up into that consolidation. I would like for us to get the firm, you know, move, but we'll see. Okay, let's see if I moved my stop loss on NASDAQ to above these highs here. So making a big retrace back into this 5-minute consolidation range. We're still maintaining bearish 5-minute structure on ES and on NASDAQ on the 5-minute again. In order for us to see the 1-minute change back to the downside, we would just need to see an inverse of this gap. In the ES, we would just need to see an inverse of this gap. We want to go to the bathroom real quick, see what price wants to do. All right, so let's see if we inverse this gap here on the 1-minute. Yes, same situation, or we could form an up candle and then break structure to the downside, either or. I do still think that we have. I'm pretty fucking confident in these lows getting taken out on ES. I do think that that's possible. It's just, I mean, I guess it's just like a matter of when. Just watching, and it's kind of hard because, I mean, now stop loss is above these highs, so it's a little bit more possible for me to get stopped out. But like, I don't know, I don't really want to sit on here for too much longer just talking out price action if we're just going to continue going, like staying within this 5-minute range. Let's see what price wants to do here though. This could kickstart the next move down. There we go. So if we break structure here, then this will be the next move down. And I think, you know, the volume of this candle, I think that we're ready to go and potentially ready to just completely break out of this 5-minute range that we're in. Finally got enough liquidity for us to dump here. Let's see if we can actually break structure though. That's the key thing that we would be looking for. If we get the break on NASDAQ. Got the break on NASDAQ. Got the break on ES. I would like to see us just dump now. Go, 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 go. Go down, go down, go down. We're going down, 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 down. We go. Down we go, down we go, down we go. Next stop for ES would be these lows. Same thing here for NASDAQ. Next stop for NASDAQ would be these lows right here and then these lows. ES, I would like to say that these lows are guaranteed because it's the leading index on the SMT divergence, and for us to complete the SMT, then we would have to hit these lows. NASDAQ, it's hard to say that these are guaranteed, so I'll be watching ES and watching NASDAQ and seeing what price wants to do, but ES, I do think that we're going to grab these lows. It's a little bit closer compared to where NASDAQ's at right now. NASDAQ, the move down is a little bit steeper for us to get those lows. So I think what I'll probably do is if ES wants to come all the way down here and grab out these lows, then I'll just close my NASDAQ position once these lows get taken out on ES, or if these lows get taken out on ES. But ideally, you know, we get out of this 5-minute consolidation and just, you know, fully make that move down now. Come on, man. Just go down. Go. Dump, 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 dump. Dump. Go. Hurry up. Come on, bruh. Finally. Now are we going to get it? Now are we going to go? I think this might be the time. Come on, we grab these lows. Now let's get these ones, and these ones. They're all stacked up for you. Let's go. They're all stacked up. Come on, man. All you gotta do is just go down. Nice. Go. 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 Hello? Go. Make the dump, 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 make the dump. Now's your time. Come on, guys. Let's stop playing within this dumbass range and just dump it down. You know you want to, you know you have to. Come on. Continue this 1 minute trend. Come on, we have 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, and then 1 low all the way down here. Come on, yes, I know you want these lows. Nice. Go. Come on, bro. Take the lows, take the lows, take the lows, take the lows. Go. It's just waiting for a huge candle, bro. It's just waiting for the massive candle to dump down. Yes. Okay, we got one. Now let's get this one and then this one. It's easy, bro. You already got one. You're just going to go down and get the rest of them. Oh, my days. Come on, bro. already got this one. You just need this one now. And then this one. And then this one all the way down here. Come on, dude. Oh my days. Can we just continue the 1 minute trend and not just keep flip-flopping back and forth? Please. Nice, go. Fucking dump, bro. This has to be it, bro. This has to be it, where we just dump down. Make it happen. Boom, let's go. All the way now. All the way now. See, now that we got these lows, now everything's possible. Now, see, now that we took out all these lows, everything's possible. Now we can open up the floodgates, right? We're just going to go straight down now. Straight down. Let's go straight down. All the way down. Just straight black candlesticks down now. Floodgates, right? Boom. Dump it. Dump it. Dump it. Yup. Dump it, dude. Dump, 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 dump. There's nothing else in your way, ES. There's nothing else in your way. All that we want is these lows now. Give me 1 second. There's going to be somebody at my door. I need to sign some papers. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on this. No, Boogie. Boys, holy shit. Literally while I was signing these documents, closed out. Once ES came out and took out these lows, I closed more of my position. I'm now up $255,956.38 on the day because I took that re-entry up here. So now on NASDAQ, I have closed out pretty much I closed out completely of this position, but now I just have the partials remaining from the position right here, from this short position right here. So these I can let ride all the way down to these lows, and these lows. I low-key panicked. I probably shouldn't have closed the entirety of this position. I was kind of just freaking out. It was actually a pretty dumbass decision now that I think about it, but it is what it is. We're up a shit ton of money today. Crazy, really freaking good trading day for me. Super on point. So now ES has taken out these lows. The next stop for ES would be these 5-minute lows that are right here, and right here. I don't know if that's possible because we've pretty much retraced this entire move down so far, but I think NASDAQ, it is possible for us to grab these lows right here, and then I'll be able to manage even more of my position. If we take out these lows on NASDAQ, that will make me, if I take partials, let's see, if we can take out these lows on NASDAQ, that would put me at like 200, maybe 280K on the day. If we take out these lows, if I manage partials, if I close the entire position underneath here, that'll be a $300,000 day for me, which would be pretty fucking crazy. I was so on point today. I mean, even with sizing up, I think just the way, like, analyzing the charts, seeing what was going to happen, all of that was like super on point. So I'm really, really proud of the way that I traded today, especially after kind of a rough week last week. Super satisfied with how I've been trading, at least today. So that's that. Current P&L closed $255,956.38. And then floating, we have around $36,000 right now. So these would be the next take profit points. And then for ES, it would be these 5-minute lows. We're getting those moves down right now. So NASDAQ, we're actually dumping. We'll probably end up taking out these lows. So I'll stay on here to see if we can grab these while we're still here. Wow, what a great trading day. I don't want to get like full of myself, but this was a good trading day for me. Honestly, this was the type of trading day that I needed to regain that confidence, especially after you have like a kind of back and forth trading week, end up like, especially after sizing up for like the month of November and like seeing kind of a nasty first week into it, just doesn't feel too good on the confidence. But I knew what I wanted to do today, and I knew my objectives and executed perfectly on it. So super proud of how I traded today. Let's see what NASDAQ wants to do here. ES is dumping. We have these 5-minute lows. NASDAQ, we have these hourly lows. I might just close out completely when we take out these lows. Even closing out right now would make it a $300,000 day. So I'm just going to close out completely when we take out these lows. I'm just satisfied if we can take out these lows here. Let's do it. Smack it. Right there. Smack it. So freaking close. So close. Let's hit it. Bow. Let's fucking go. Great freaking trading day today. Man. $317,572.90. I'm done for the day. What a freaking great trading day. Holy shit, man. And I could still hold for even lower, but no, I'm completely satisfied with how I traded today. Man, what a freaking awesome trading day. Whew, dude, that was so locked in for all of that. Literally a 2-hour live trade recap with you guys. Completely, like, I was so on point from literally the entry up here to the entire move down. I was like perfect with my analysis of where price was going to go at what time, with every single small movement that I was making on the low time frames. Could not be more satisfied with the way that I traded today. Man, what a freaking awesome day. Cool, that's going to finish it up for me. Appreciate you boys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Great fucking trading day. Peace.